Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome to Headmaster's Homeroom. That's right. It is art night tonight. I'm so glad everybody is here and joining me tonight. Welcome, everybody. Happy Saturday. I'm so excited to see every one of you guys. So let's say hello to all of our wonderful viewers over there on Rumble. Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me. I see you guys. Welcome, welcome. I love it, you guys. The emojis, that is so much fun. Hello to everybody over there on X. So great to have you guys joining us as well. Hello to all of our Pilled viewers. Love the memes. I just love that. You guys, those are so awesome. Those always make me smile. And let's say hello to our YouTube viewers as well. Happy Saturday, everyone. I hope you guys are enjoying your wonderful day today. Let's do a little bit of homework, please, and hit those buttons. Please hit those likes, follows, and shares. I really appreciate that. And I am so grateful for your support and all the ways that it comes. Joining me just on this show is phenomenal. And on top of it, you guys bless me with your rants, subscriptions, cash apps, pills, and all their forms and tips. I am forever grateful. Thank you guys so much. Whoops, there we go. Thank you so much for that. Well, it is Saturday. And you guys know I have this amazing group called the Artist Corner. You can find us on Truth. You can find us on X. You can find us on Pilled. And I love it. We've got some new members over there in our Pilled group as well, as we are slowly growing. So come and join the fun. But every single day I highlight an artist, whether you are a painter, photographer, sculptor, embroiderer, woodworker, poet, you name it. We love to see your work. And even if you're an artist enthusiast and just want to see beauty every morning like I do, come and join that. And then every single week I highlight an artist of the week. So we're going to do that right now. Let's give a huge round of applause to Lady Hamilton's artist pick of the week. Isn't this so exciting? This piece was made, it's a collage made out of paper. Well, let's get a huge round of applause to Molly McFrawley. You are the artist spotlight of the week. I just saw this and fell in love with this. Makes me want to break out the paper and the magazines and collage. So excited. She belongs to our wonderful community over there on X. So everybody go give her a follow at Molly McFrawley. I love it. Let's give her a huge round of applause. Molly McFrawley, this is phenomenal. And you are definitely our artist spotlight of the week. So you guys make sure you guys share it out and give her a huge congratulations. We have that pinned in our community and over there at Artist Corner TS. So congratulations. We love your work. Isn't that fantastic, everyone? I know. Huge congratulations. Oh, I love you guys too. Thank you so much. And I see that you guys are yay, Molly, right? It was awesome. She was in the chats last night. We'll have to let her know that she was just absolutely the spotlight of the day. Yes, Molly McFrawley. That just is so exciting. I just love it. Yay, Molly. Yes, I agree. I agree. Thank you guys. We're going to put this up here so that she can see this if she watches this later. Oh, that one was from Cass. So yes, congratulations, Molly. Isn't that exciting? Oh, yes, it was. It was. Oh, thank you so much, Nancy. You guys are so great. I love you too. Oh, you guys just make my day. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. Well, tonight is a really fun night. I'm super excited. I've had a really great day today, and it's going to continue out throughout tonight because we are going to be looking at some photography. Yes, I paint, I sculpt, I take photos. I love art in all of its forms. That's one of the things. I do woodworking, you name it. But this is probably why I love so many artists in my group of all kinds. I even write poetry, guys, because I just appreciate and love all the arts. Well, tonight we are looking at my photography. Instead of just sitting here talking at you guys, I got a wonderful guest here too. One of my fantastic friends, our mods. We love them. Everyone do me a favor and please welcome our good friend Frosty Pimp to the stage. Hello, my friend.
Hey, everybody.
How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm good.
Love it. We got so many new people joining the chats. I'm so excited. Hey, something wicked. Welcome to the show, guys. And everybody say hello to Frosty.
Hello.
Don't we love him? They're saying hello right now. We're going to grab those up. That awesome. Hey, Tri. Welcome. Oh, you love the lace. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you. You guys are so sweet to me. This is why I have the best viewers in the world, don't we, Frosty? I just love this community. And they it's just wonderful. I'm so thankful, that you guys have found us and we have found you, and we get to just, be here together for this wonderful night and every night. Oh, okay. So everyone, you know what? Let me do this. They are coming in like crazy. So Frosty, I'm just going to load up the pop chat so you can see that here. There we go. See, they are coming in like crazy. Good to finally see you.
Hello, everybody.
He's been on the show several times for his amazing art. We just love it. Isn't that awesome? Absolutely awesome. But you guys, if you've never seen Frosty before, this is our Frosty.
It's me.
Awesome. So you ready to look at some amazing photography tonight?
Always.
You have anything you want to start out with and say, oh, you know what, before we start on photography, I did want to talk about the groups, the wonderful communities we have. And we have been posting stuff about sharing, and more sharing. So if you guys don't know, my Artist Corner groups are private. These are private groups. I do that for a reason, to get the bots out, because when I had it public, I was just kicking out bots like, 10 something plus a day. So I was able to make private groups. So why does this matter? Because unless you're a member and you go to the group, you don't see everybody's artwork. So this is why it's so important to share. So hitting the likes, we love them. Please keep that up. We absolutely love them. But why we're talking about sharing is because we want to share our artwork outside of the group so that everyone sees that. So, the artist of the day, each other's work. I mean, I know me and the mods, we share you guys out every single day, no matter what you post, pretty much. But we love to see that come back. That whole, we love you, you love us, everybody share out the work, because it's important. And so when I learned about the algorithm, the comments and the shares matter more than the likes. Don't stop liking. I'm not saying that, but those really mean a lot more to get it out, because I between all of my social media, I might have 15,000 people that follow me, and that's how many eyes might see your work. Then if you guys share, how many more thousands of people get to see that work as it floats around the different platforms? So you want to add anything to that, Frosty, and the importance of that?
Yeah, share your own work too.
Oh, yeah.
Every bit matters, especially now that the communities. One of the reasons that some of these communities are a burden on the system is because of the low activity. So think of it as not sharing your own art out, but the group as a whole benefits.
Right. And that is so important too, because, you should be proud of your work. And if you're putting it in a private group and we're all loving on it and liking on it, that is great. And we love to support each other, but share it out and, share out your own, be proud of that. And, if you want your own platform or your own profile to be mainly your art, that's fine. Pick one or something, a day to share out on somebody else, especially maybe the artist of the day, so that they get some awareness. But we'd like to see that get kicked up. Not so that, it's nice to promote our group, but it stays inside this little network. And then, they're like, oh, there's not really a whole bunch of activity because nobody's sharing and whatever. And then if, that's just a really great way to support each other, because the whole idea of even having these groups is to support each other, right? To lift each other up so that we are filling the platforms with all of our beautiful talents. God gave us these amazing talents. Let's light up the different platforms with all of our work.
Exactly.
Right? Oh, Molly McFrawley is here. Everybody tell her she was the artist of the week. We just did a huge highlight to you, Molly. You're going to have to watch that from the get-go, girl. Everyone say how beautiful her work was. Congratulations, Molly. Yes, you missed the very beginning, but we did a huge shout out to you because you are our Artist Corner Spotlight of the Week with that amazing collage, my friend. So excited. Congratulations. That's right. That's right. So exciting. So wow. She says, oh, wow. Thanks, everyone. Yes, I was just in love with that. And so lucky me, I get to highlight an artist, not only for the day, but on Saturdays on the show, I pick out an artist for the week. And she says, thank you, everyone. So that's awesome. And then, yes, Nancy wants to say, make sure they understand where the sharing button is. Okay. Should I show them? Should I show them? I could do that. Okay, since we have this already ready, thank you. That's a good point. A good point, Nancy. All right, thank you. She's another one of our wonderful mods. Okay, guys, on the bottom here, you will see a comment button right on the left. That little green highlighted button, that's your share button. The heart is your likes. And you can see how many people she's already gotten because I've shared her out on at least 5 of my profiles on X. I know Frosty shared her out. I know Nancy shared her out. I can't list everybody. I know that you guys have, but this is how we get these views and climbing. So, she is the artist of the day. I highlighted her as the artist of the week. But, we want everyone to see you guys' amazing talent. So that is what you do. Those little square button. So it's so easy. Hit the like, hit the share. And if you can, leave a comment. I know you don't have to leave a paragraph. Sometimes when I'm responding to 20 plus artists a day, I just keep it brief. Beautiful work, phenomenal, magnificent. Look at this. This is just makes me smile. I mean, you don't have to make it a lot if you don't have time to comment. The like and share is plenty. But we want to beautify these wonderful platforms with our art.
Exactly.
Good suggestion there, Miss Nancy. Thank you so much. Any questions on that, you guys? No, I think not. So, okay, it is time to look at some amazing photography. I'm going to take you on a journey of a little bit of my life and a little bit of around the world. So let's load that up. I brought Frosty here so that I am not sitting here alone talking about my stuff. Right? Okay. I usually say this is where you can follow this person. So here you guys go. You can follow me on X, Lady Hamilton AR1, or you can follow our other platform with the communities going down. We have Artist Corner TS. Make sure if you want me to see that, especially with the communities going down, tag that at Artist Corner TS so I get notified of your work and I can share that out. You guys can also follow me on Pilled Truth and Gab. Okay, Frosty, first one up.
Is this yours?
They're all mine.
Really? That's nice.
I have talked about this horse so much, about having a huge ranch in northern Arizona and animals that just were left, and it's such a sad thing to me when animals are just like, okay, we're done with them, hey, you can survive. And they wander up and found looking for water, looking for food. And I had no idea she was pregnant. She gave birth to this beautiful little baby on Mother's Day. Surprised my oldest daughter when she went out to feed her. But her name is Brandy, and we named the baby Bailey. So Brandy and Bailey's a good drink, by the way.
How cute, yeah.
Right.
On Mother's Day, even.
Huh?
On Mother's Day, even.
On Mother's Day. I know. Isn't that so sweet? And so, oh my gosh. Right? I just love that. We just wanted to share because you guys hear me talk about my horses all the time, but yes, you finally get to see that. And she was so tiny, because Mom was so tiny as well. And we didn't even, like I said, we didn't even know she was pregnant. So surprise.
Yeah.
Right. That is what you guys, that was my Mother's Day surprise. I don't think I could have asked for a better gift. They were just so sweet. And I love them. Go ahead.
That's a good Mother's Day gift.
Right? I think so too. Oh, isn't that sweet? I'm glad you guys like it. Oh, yes, they are a beauty. And they were so much fun. Mom really reminded me a lot. Have you ever seen that movie called Spirit? There's a cartoon. Maybe. And it just was about wild horses. And so Brandy really reminded me of that Spirit. And so thank you guys so much. But yep, that's Mom and Baby. The day she was born. Look at that.
Nice.
Right?
Beautiful pig.
Have you ever had horses, Frosty?
I haven't owned one myself, but my family members have all had them, and I've done a lot of riding. I love it. I haven't had the opportunity in years, but I would still love to. Right?
I know. I absolutely love it. Love it. And we had to train her ourselves. That was a joy. Yeah. Especially with a wild Spirit. Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, we ended up, like I said, with so many different animals. We ended up with some potbellies.
They're my favorite.
Isn't that adorable? Well, when we got this ranch, we found that there were rattlesnakes in the barn that was there. And my husband had a friend who raised potbellies, and she's like, pigs are resistant to snakes, and they're scent sends snakes away. And she's like, you want a few babies? And we took a couple girls and we named them Smoke and Barbie. And this is Smoke, just basking in her beauty.
She looks quite content.
Right?
I think they've never taken a bad picture. Actually, I've never seen one.
that big old smile. Now, how did I get this picture? You know, any ideas on how I got this picture? This is pretty close up, everyone. You think I was just standing above her?
That's what I would say.
No, I was down on my knees. I was rubbing her tummy. I was.
Well, there you go. No wonder
What
she
we do. Go ahead.
No wonder she looks happy.
That's right. What we do, you know, to take good pictures of things is just so fun, you know. But yeah, I'm down there in the mud with her in, you know, my farming clothes, basically. I'm rubbing her tummy. I'm, you know, giving her some loves, and she didn't even want to move. She was just so happy. Look at that. She's funny. She lived longer. They both have been passed away, but she lived longer than her sister. And they were good babies. Not as big as normal, obviously, pigs, which we've had, but she was just a joy. And she was always on the run. My husband, there's pictures, which I did not include, maybe next time, but he has like a cane, like a shepherd, and he's just kind of helping her go back to her house because she would just break out and she'd be like, I'm going for a walk. Like, where are you going, Smoke? I don't know. I'm checking things out. You know, you can train these guys like a dog too. It was so much fun.
I was going to say, they're pretty smart.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard.
Yeah. Animals in general are extremely smart.
Yeah.
So we just absolutely love her. But that is Smoke, everybody. Okay, we had dogs too, galore. But when my husband and I got married, he had boxers. And again, we didn't know she was pregnant. So out comes a litter of 4. And I couldn't decide. And my husband let me keep them all. I've shared pictures of some of them on X and Truth. You know, you've seen Sassy and Cubby. But this is Wiley and his favorite toy. I'm like a life preserver. And that was his favorite thing in the world to play with. Isn't he adorable?
That's definitely a rescue dog.
Saving some lives in the snow. I don't know. Oh my gosh. I don't know. I love it. I had quite the farm in northern Arizona. I got up to 25 animals, everyone. And I only came on that farm with 4. When they were the boxers. He was big, guys. Him and his dad almost was about 100 pounds. Wiley was every bit of that. So he's not, you know, you guys, it's not even showing you the magnitude of this. And he was still pretty little at this. So maybe a good 70 pounds at this point. Big dog.
Those are great dogs too.
Mm-hmm.
Really good dogs.
Right? Fun, isn't it? Just fun. You guys, I'm telling you, people would call me Snow White. You know what, in that movie where she's sitting there and all the animals come to her?
Mm-hmm.
That was funny. Absolutely awesome. Well, you guys, let's see if we could, to the rescue happily, right? Isn't it just adorable? Thank you, guys. I hope you guys are enjoying these. Just a little bit of walk through my little life with the animals. That's right. To the rescue. Okay. Yes, I've had everything.
Oh, wow.
That's Porter.
Porter. Great name.
Porterhouse was his name.
Yeah.
Right. And that's his wonderful girl that we called, I have to think about that. What did we name her? That was not Buttercup. I totally lost her name for a minute. Oh, okay. It was Porter, a Tender. We called her Tender for tenderloin. We did not eat them, but I bottle fed these babies. I trained them like dogs. People would laugh at me But I did. I trained him. Porter, he knew how to come and sit. I mean, big old bull. Can you even imagine that? And he would come and sit. Isn't that hilarious?
That is great.
Isn't that funny?
He takes great photos too.
As he's singing and talking to me. Oh my gosh. Isn't that awesome? Exactly. I have had them all just abandoned babies. I mean, every single one besides the boxers just wandered up onto our property as like a baby or something like that. I mean, it was just crazy. We went and got tender. So he was there. He was abandoned. I don't know if he was rejected by his mom. We looked and looked for maybe a herd that was missing it. We put out flyers. Nobody wanted, to respond. So we kept him, and then we didn't want him to be lonely. So we went and got him a little friend.
You gotta have a friend. Gotta have somebody to keep you company.
That's right. And so get him a girlfriend. Oh, they were so in love too. Oh my gosh, they were so in love. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. I'm not going to leave them in dirt. I'm very much active in cleaning their areas. There's no need for that. Thank you so much on that. I love that. Such a unique perspective. Yeah. They knew you'd love them. It's true. I am like, I don't know. They must have told the others, hey, there must have been a sign somewhere. My husband said that there must have been a sign somewhere out in the wilderness going, hey, go this way for food and love. Because he's like,
weren't you off grid in this farm?
I was in northern Arizona, completely off grid. I had 50 acres surrounded by, like the nearest neighbor to me was a good 10 miles. I mean, we are talking out in the middle of nowhere. My kids would even say, what's your address? The middle of nowhere, Arizona. Right? It was 35 miles to the nearest gas station.
Wow.
And that was the first thing that you would get to, because there was to the grocery store or anything like that was 55 miles. So yeah, completely off grid. Nice. Solar, well, everything. So for these guys to find us, we were probably the only thing literally in the area surrounding us.
Nice.
Oh, he's definitely, he could give me kisses too. I don't know how to train a horse or a cow. I'm very much looking to that. And so I'm like, all right, we're going to train you. Cause the only thing I knew how to train was dogs. So I'm like, my husband's would laugh at me, and he couldn't believe it would work, because I'm like, come here, Porter, and I'd whistle, come here, baby.
That's neat.
So beautiful. So beautiful. So yes, I've had them all. All right. But here is some crazy thing. I'm telling you, we wild animals too. This was our porch. And we would have this owl that decided that he just wanted to make our porch its home, or her home. I don't know what it was. Didn't let us get too close, but you can tell I'm not too far away. And he's just sitting there, just checking things out, going, all right. I saw, do you got some cats? Which we did. And that was always a danger. But yeah, this was our wonderful, I guess, pet owl.
Did you ever paint the view?
Huh?
Did you ever paint that view?
No. If you want to, go for it. Yeah. I don't do landscapes, Frosty. You know
yes,
that.
You have.
I have. I'm trying to think. Well, they're more of mystical space / landscape scenes, whatever. But no, not really realism here too. But it's just amazing.
Beautiful view.
Yeah, it was. I mean, this is what I'm talking about. There's not even a house to be found anywhere near you in this middle of nowhere, Arizona. Right. And I don't know, like I said, there was some kind of, notice that we're the place, I guess. We're the place. Look at that. What a beautiful view. Yeah, you guys see why I miss. And this is another thing too. When you're in the middle of nowhere with nothing around you, no lights, no city, that's why I talk about the stars. The stars in this area, when it was just pitch black, you had no street lights, and so you could go outside in this area and just feel like you could touch the stars. They just seemed like they surrounded you. It was really, really nice.
It really is. I remember being at sea for months at a time, and that's the only thing to look at. And the next thing you start looking at the sky and noticing the different things and start learning about them. So yeah, that would be another setting where that was prominent.
Right. It was just really beautiful. There's a lot of things I miss. I don't miss paying any bills either, because when you've got solar and well and all that stuff, I didn't have any electricity bills or, things like that. And I had to really watch my chickens, which I had 25 chickens at this time. And that didn't wander on here. We went and got chickens. But, when you see things like owls, I had a turkey that ended up, and she lived on top of our barn until something got her, unfortunately. But she would come up for loves too. And I don't know where she came from, but how does a turkey wander on your property and find home? I don't know if she flew there, but she would just stay on our barn. She'd come and sit up on the porch and stuff with me. Just craziness.
Wow. A domestic turkey?
Yeah. A domestic turkey. Isn't that crazy?
It is crazy.
I know. That's what I'm saying. When I say 25 animals, I'm not even counting the chickens. And it was at night. Every night she would go and sleep on top of the barn, and something we think, an owl or, predator or some sort got her eventually, probably because she would sleep on top of that. But she got really comfortable with us, and she would come and sit on the porch with us and just be like, hey.
Nice.
It's the crazy. You wonder why they call me Snow White. You guys are laughing. I know. I've had such a crazy life with this.
That's a nice place, though.
Mm-hmm. Yep. These are two of my beautiful kids that seem to really love one of my daughter's toys. You guys remember, this is a little mini radio flyer sled, and that is what they love. They love to be pushed around and pulled on this thing. It was so funny.
Who could blame them? Everybody loves to be pushed and pulled around in a wagon.
Oh my gosh. This is Shadow and Sunny when they were little. And I'm like, okay, absolutely love that. And they stayed inside because we did have a few cats that were in their area, and they, they would be around for a while, but the outside cats didn't last very long. And that's always really sad. And my kids would cry because, and so we were at some store they were giving away cats. And so these ones we ended up getting for them, and they lived with us for quite a long time, guys. But this is also over 20 years ago that these pictures are taken.
Wow.
Right. That's fun. So I forgot, Molly says, is that a stream or in the back, or a canyon? That was a canyon. Sorry, on that last picture, that was a canyon. We had all these amazing canyons and washes, and the kids would build forts and all kinds of things, and love to play outside. And some of the washes and the canyons, even by my house, were taller than my husband and I. They were just so deep. So sorry, I totally missed that question. My apologies. What are they focused on? That's a good question. I don't know what they were focused on for this one. But they sure do look intent, don't they? He's probably thinking, will you get out of there so I can get in? Right? But they're super focused.
They're adorable.
Oh my gosh. Don't you guys love it? How many of you guys have animals out there, and what is your favorite so far? The only thing I've never had are some of my favorites. I want a baby elephant. I want a new mini donkey now.
The mini donkeys I think everybody wants a mini donkey.
We had no mice, but maybe.
With a sweater, of course. They gotta have a sweater.
Right? I can't remember. This is over 20 years ago. It could have been a toy. It could have been something, but they were definitely intent. And I know that they loved, especially Sunny. Sunny obviously is the orange cat, and she loved my daughters pulling her all over the place in this. What do you guys see? Every time I see cute video. Oh, I know, right? I know. I love animals. You want an alpaca? Hockey wants an alpaca. Right? What would we be without our fur babies? Oh my gosh, that is funny. I don't know about an alpaca. They had an alpaca farm not too far away from here, by the way. They had an ostrich farm, they had a wolf reserve, and an alpaca farm, within, when I say that, like within 50, 20 miles or so.
We got several alpaca farms here.
Mm-hmm.
Close. Great shot.
So you guys, I don't know if you're old enough to know who Mr. Ed is. Okay, Mr. Ed was a TV show, if you guys know or not know, but he would laugh all the time like this, or talk and raise his lips like this. And so she's laughing. She would think that she was funny. And when she thought she was funny or cracked herself up, she would just laugh like this. And she would do this big, like, I mean, literally laugh and show, we call it showing her teeth. She was a character, a very wild spirit. And so I just thought it was hilarious. It's just one of the few I have of her laughing. You guys know. Oh, yeah.
Did you teach her that, or she just did it on her own?
On her own.
Wow.
100% on her own. Sometimes she would like little nip you in the shoulder, or she'd nip at a cat or something. She'd crack herself up. I mean, this is, by the way, this is when she was pregnant. So you could see by the time she had that baby from the first video, how much we were able to make her look a lot healthier. But this is how tiny she was. And she was pregnant at this time.
Oh, wow.
And so I should have done this one first. But she was full of life. And she would think she was funny. And she would, she'd play with something that was dangling with her nose and laugh. Or she'd chase the pigs around and laugh. I mean, just a wild, wild spirit.
Wow.
Not
I would have
funny.
liked to have seen that.
Right?
Chasing the pigs around.
She thought she was great. I will share them out. I do have pictures of that. I will share them out, you guys, in the community, so you can see her with the pigs. You can see the picture. I'll ask Nurse Patrick if it's okay for me to share the one where he's got his shepherd stick and he's hurting the back. He's in a bathrobe. He's like, "Where are you going, Smoke?" You would spray the hose and your horse would do that. That is funny. Oh my gosh, that's funny. But beautiful area. Beautiful. I loved my Brandy. I do not have her anymore, guys, because when we moved to the East Coast, she had never been in a trailer. She'd never been in a trailer before. And I had read that they could get all kinds of illnesses and their stomachs could knot up and they could get really, really sick. Yeah. And so we found a reserve not far by that they would keep her and Mom. They had a 250-acre ranch and they just rescued horses and stuff like that. So I cried. My husband did that when I was gone at school one day. And I came home. I'm like, "Where's Brandy?" He goes, "I'm not telling you." Because he knew I would go and rescue her, right? I was like, oh my gosh. But I knew that I couldn't take her all the way thousands of miles across when she'd never even been trailered before, and the place where they could stay together forever. And so I miss them like crazy, but I loved my horses and we would ride her all the time. But we could understand when we first trained her why she would buck and stuff like that. We had no idea she was pregnant. And she's like, "Get your heavy butt off of me." Fun. All right. I think this is the last of my animal ones, guys, but I just wanted to show you some of the highlights. This is my white wolf.
Oh, yeah.
Right. His name was Claus. We found him on Christmas Eve. He was being chased as a puppy by coyotes. And we were out doing a good deed for a family that took care of our kids occasionally, which is an ordeal when you have medically fragile children. Frosty, to get a babysitter is a huge ordeal. And so we built them stairs because they didn't have any to their house. And I was like, so that was kind of our pay it forward. And we were coming home. My husband saw this and he stopped and he got this puppy and he brought it in and we just loved it. And so one day, several months later, he was looking on the internet and I said, how do you have a picture of Claus? Where did that picture come from? He goes, "That's not Claus. That's the White Wolf Reserve that's about 25, 30 miles away." I was like, wow, I had no idea. And we had already had Claus for like a year at this time. And so the vet labeled him White German Shepherd. We went with that. But he was the best dog I've ever had. Every morning he would jump outside in his yard. He mostly inside, as you can see, but we had a little outside house for him. And he would jump on top of it and he would howl first thing in the morning. And every night the same thing. So we called it clocking in, clocking out. Now, awesome.
So you didn't know it was a wolf when you first got
Not
it?
until I saw that picture of the wolf reserve.
Yeah.
I was like, holy cow, we have a white wolf. And then to hear him howl and stuff like that, oh my gosh. We're like, yeah, this is definitely a wolf.
Mm-hmm. He's huge.
He is huge. He took up the whole couch, as you guys can see. That's a full-size couch he's laying on, just to show you. And Nancy, for my birthday last year, painted a wonderful painting for me.
Yes,
So he was such a gentle baby. Oh my gosh, just one of the best animals I've ever had. And yeah, he lives his whole life with us, traveled everywhere with us.
Nice.
Such a good dog. I do too. I love the videos of wolves howling, right? And he would do that. He would just howl to the, howl to whoever, I don't know, calling out. We called it clocking in, clocking out. He'd do that for a little bit and then he'd come inside. We're like, all right, I guess you're done.
That's awesome.
Right? Thanks for hanging out with me, Frosty. It makes me feel good that I'm not sitting here alone. I know I see the chat, but thank you guys. Thank you. All right. Let's get into some fun pictures now that we've gone through the farm life.
Oh, wow.
This is in Arizona. Same thing. This is from my house in Arizona. I love rainbows. Don't we all? Wonderful God's promise. But I love double rainbows too. And when my grandma died, there was a beautiful double rainbow. So I'm always, whenever I see double rainbows, I think of my grandmother. And this was just my backyard, everyone.
I know northern Arizona, but this is not what I think of when I hear Arizona. The background, the vegetation.
Right? No, northern Arizona has a lot. These are juniper forests. So those trees you're looking at are juniper trees.
Yeah.
You could always get the berries and make gin if you ever wanted to, but they're super strong. And the winds, that's one of the bad things about northern Arizona is you get these 50-mile-per-hour winds that last almost like a month in the spring and then in the fall as the weather is switching. It's so bad that they closed the freeways, that I-40, because the wind is so bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, look at this. And this was absolutely what you see in northern Arizona. Flagstaff has pine trees, and you got Sholo and Greer that's very, very green. But this was juniper forest.
Nice.
Big sky.
I've actually driven through there from San Diego. Literally within like an hour and a half time, you went from desert and running air conditioner to snowstorm, feet of snow. Driven through that.
Right. You guys saw the snow with Wiley. That was from the same area. We lived quite a while there, so you can see how much snow that you get there. Definitely up to your knees most of the winter. That ski resorts there, so forth. But it's nice because that part of Arizona you could at least see some seasons. It wasn't just hot and hotter like you do down in Phoenix or Tucson. Especially
right.
Phoenix.
It's beautiful too. Beautiful country.
Mm-hmm. Right? Gonna make everybody want to go to Arizona now, right?
Yeah.
But I love this. I could just sit on my patio and take some of the most beautiful, beautiful pictures. And this was one. Just so vibrant.
It is.
All right. This is not Arizona. This is my home, basically where I live now. Sorry for the watermarks and the titles, guys. Some of these I wasn't able to remove. But this is my hammock. I bought that for Nurse Patrick.
That's a spot right there.
I've never seen him sit in it ever.
No, that's the spot. You can't get better than that.
Right? I'm like, come on, man, I bought that for you for Christmas. I know, a long time ago. We put it up here, but nope. Oh my gosh, isn't that funny? But that is the spot. I'll tell you what. I go in it. but
Yeah.
not Nurse Patrick, but this is lady. I guess this is Lady H's,
Mhm.
get outside and enjoy life. I need to do this more often. And I think he puts it up exactly for that moment. For, we take it down, of course, during the winter, and then he puts us back up so that I can be reminded to get out and go enjoy the day and relax, read a book.
Yeah. I mean, that is a great spot just to lay there and look at the view, huh?
Right. Right. No, Nancy, I've never flipped out of that ever. Oh, see, you've driven through that area on I-40. It is really windy at times. When can we move in? I'm telling you guys, I might live in the most whacked out state, but the scenery is really, really beautiful. I love it here. It's probably, weather wise, it's probably my most favorite place. Season wise, also my most favorite place to live here in Virginia. I live in the mountains here in Virginia. I live in this like little bowl, so I don't get too much snow. I don't get too hot. In the seasons, I love that. That's one thing. I mean, Arizona was pretty, and you got big sky country, but the junipers were really pretty, but you didn't see like the fall leaves. Where I was at, you didn't see the spring flowers. So that's something I really, really love about being here. And Cass wants to move in. I tell you guys, hey, as long as you don't mind the crazy laws and politics, it's a wonderful place.
It's a beautiful place. It takes forever to drive through it, but
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. I love the rolling hills too, just really amazing. Back to Arizona. I'm going to make you guys really crave Arizona. I spent most of my life, believe it or not, in Arizona. Even when I was younger, we moved there when I was 11, and then off and on, and then, married and living there. But I wasn't too far from Grand Canyon, just a couple hours drive. So why not go see some of God's greatest beauty on earth?
Yeah.
Have you ever been?
Oh, yeah. I've been multiple times and driven through there. Like one of the best places was Flagstaff, but I mean, I kind of like the mountainy, but I like the vegetation still. I love the desert too. And driven through there, lived out in California for a number of years, and you get a little bit of everything there.
You do. I lived in California for a little while as well. Too much city for me where I lived. It would be better if you were outside or living right on the coast. But I have lived a lot around the place. But I do. The Grand Canyon's magnificent because it's also a major record of geological time. Mm-hmm. And even though when I took geography, we went on a field trip for 2 weeks through the Sedona and Red Rock Canyons, and then up into the Grand Canyon when we were studying like the different levels and understanding that, this tells you this how many million years ago, and this is made this, what I mean? You're just like, wow, it's just really beautiful.
Absolutely perfect spot for photography.
Mm-hmm. That's right. And this is just God showing off. I'm telling you. Absolutely. Master artist right there. Here's another one so you guys can see.
Oh, wow.
Right? Nothing like it. I've been so many places around the world, and I've not seen anything like the stunning beauty of the Grand Canyon. It just definitely is. If you guys, ever get a chance, I highly encourage you to go and make a trip there.
Another great spot to hang your hammock, Lady Amazon.
They have this glass pier, this glass walkway. No way. That you can literally walk out and you're just like, standing above I'm like, no way. I could not do that. Call me a coward. I'm sorry. But I just like, how sturdy is this thing?
I've seen pictures of it, videos.
No way.
I'm not sure. I'd like to do that either.
No, I'm a little bit scared of heights to some extent. I mean, I can stand, I can even go down, I can mountain rappel, but I am not walking on no glass walkway.
No.
No, thank you.
Doesn't seem natural, does it?
No, I mean, it's just like, I don't know. I mean, was this a, sometimes now I'm thinking, was this, some kind of, who did you hire? Was this a DEI hire? Please say no. Because as things are falling apart left and right now, you're like, I don't know. How, how sturdy is this thing?
Well, you got to think about those things nowadays, unfortunately.
Right. Well, it was made before a while back, but there's so many people that go out on it. And I'm like, but not me. I'm like, I don't know what the weight limit is. I don't know how sturdy that is, but a lot of people do it.
Yeah.
You guys probably would do that too. And that's the visitor center. That's one of the visitor centers right there at the Grand Canyon. You guys, they asked if that's a house or a restaurant. Isn't that nice? Go. Nice. Yeah. See, I'm not alone. No glass walkways for her either. She did it. You did it once. Yeah. No, thank you. Nancy, at least she was brave. At least she was brave. Visitor center, cask. Putting that in the chat. All right. This is Virginia. This is the Natural Bridge. Isn't that amazing? Which was owned by Thomas Jefferson, believe it or not. And it is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. And this is the archway underneath the Natural Bridge, which at one point, I guess you could walk across. It's pretty closed off. I don't think they really want you walking on top anymore. But this just reminded me of like the entrance into the heavens, with this beautiful archway.
That's cool.
Right? She says,
how far away is this from you?
Couple hours. Couple hours, if that. I mean, I'm winding down one mountain way, and then then into the next here, but not too far. Not too far at all. And it's beautiful. And it's really accessible too. I mean, they have it so people with, wheelchairs and everything now can go on that. Yeah. You have caverns there, little ones where you can walk in, which I did. Not with a wheelchair or anything like that, but isn't this beautiful?
It is.
Have you ever been? I know you've been down this way.
I've never been to this, and not a lot. Most of the time when I go through, I'm always in a hurry, but I do take notice. I see so many different places to visit just like this.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to one day.
Right. And there's so much more that I haven't even, they've got hot springs here that I've been to the caverns, but I've not been to the hot springs. Usually the resorts own those now, which kind of stinks. There's not like a park you could go to. Up in Idaho, when I was, raised there, you could go to the lava hot springs there, and it was just like the national park area. But now usually the resorts have honed in on this here in Virginia. Sad.
Yeah. How are the caverns?
Oh my gosh, they are fantastic. I've got a picture of that coming up here. Nice. You guys, I promise, but they are fantastic. If I could get Nurse Patrick in there, he's a little bit claustrophobic, but I'm like, honey, it's literally, they're like, stories big, 2-3 stories sometimes deep, at least, sometimes even bigger than that. So I'm like, it's not as claustrophobic as you think, but the kids and I went and had a great time. But these are the vineyards here in Virginia, you guys. It's just fantastic. I love to go to, major wine events, and vineyards. And look at these grapes.
Huge.
Aren't they?
Do you have any?
I don't yet.
That's next.
Huh?
That's next.
That would be next. These are called the muscadine grape. They're
muscadine.
They're a little tougher on the outside skin, but they are so sweet and so good, and their wine is phenomenal. And I would really love to grow something like this and make my own wines.
We used to have these growing wild in the woods.
Really?
In Mississippi, I remember going with my grandfather little, and those vines, you grab them at the bottom of the tree and shake them, and it would rain. And those were the best things ever. They were better than the grape. They were better than the plum. But they're not like they used to be when I was younger.
No, wouldn't this just be great to have? And so that is definitely on our list. I have peaches, apples, cherries, and plums so far. Besides, my berries, I have blackberries and strawberries, raspberries. But this is the next on the list. In fact, Patrick is working on a trellis as we speak.
Nice.
Right, and trying to get away because we have so much wildlife. The deer came and ate all of my peaches last year when they were little, and my apples when they were little, before they even got fully grown and ripe.
No.
So we got to figure out a way to bells, whistles, motion sensors, all that kind of stuff. It is a very sweet wine. I'm glad Cask has tried this kind before. Isn't that beautiful?
That is.
And so you guys can see that's the orchard, or the vineyard. Sorry, the vineyard.
Nice.
It was such a fun day.
It looks like a Captain Bob painting.
Doesn't it?
Yeah.
I know. That's what I'm always saying about, that's one of the things I love about him, because he's always surrounded by vineyards. And so when he does a painting like this, he takes it to the local wineries and they buy it right up. I'm like, yeah, he knows his audience.
Yeah.
I love that. You guys are going to join me. We need to go to, that would be the greatest art retreat ever, because a lot of these vineyards and wineries have resorts with them as well too. Wouldn't that be great?
There would be.
Right. What you guys saying? Chicken wire fencing? Right? I guess they'll hold them up. Just amazing. Just beautiful. Great place. A lot of people I don't know if they realize that, if you take where I'm at in Virginia, you run straight across the nation. It's at the same latitude or whatever, longitude, I have to think about longitude, as Napa. So, you could run a line straight across from coast to coast, and you would line straight up with Napa Valley over there in California. So I'm thinking that's got to be something to do with it. Hey, JJ, thank you so much. That's right. Don't forget to hit those buttons, guys. Please, please, please hit those likes, follows. Thank you so much. JJ, nice to see you, my friend. White Wings, welcome over there. Nice to see you. Nice to see you over there on Pilled, guys. Awesome. Looking to see if we got any new viewers. If I've missed you guys, I'm sorry. Awesome. Let's drink a glass of wine. Around the trunks to keep deer awake. Oh, barbed wire. That's what Cask is telling me. Put barbed wire, chicken wire fencing around the trunks to keep the deer away. Yeah. Okay. That's nice. Latitude. Thank you so much, Cask. Latitude. I thought I was wrong. Longitude is going downwards. That's right. Thank you. Yeah, I'm a headmaster. I just have these moments of stupidity. Oh, Tuscany. Oh, that is on my bucket list. Has anybody been to Tuscany? That is somewhere I really would love to go.
Never been.
I haven't either. But boy, wouldn't that be beautiful?
Yeah.
Cattle panels. We have those. And that's what Nurse Patrick's thing is. He's put chain link fencing attached to the cattle fencing, and he's surrounding them. And then he put motion lights, and the lights that he bought make dog barking sounds. So
what? That's cool.
He found them on Amazon. So they make these little barking noises. I'm like, oh my gosh, you are hilarious. He's like, yeah, my dogs aren't going to sit out there all night long. So yeah, he found them. I think it's hilarious.
I'm so going to get some.
Right? We'll have to look that up.
Yeah.
Amazon, guys. You can find them on Amazon. Okay. I love architecture so much. Don't you? It's just unbelievable what our artists of old used to create with their hands and sculpt with their hands. And so whenever I see some old building or something like this, I have to go so close. I have to look at it, really touch it, whatever. Thank heavens they're buildings and outside statues, because, you can't do that in a museum.
Right.
But look at this. This is unbelievable. This is in New York City, you guys. This is the Cathedral of St. John the Divine in Manhattan. I used to go to Columbia University, whether you like it or not. I have my own story on that, but has some of the oldest architecture that you can find in our country. And I could literally walk to this, and it was just absolutely magnificent.
It is.
Right?
Makes you long for it to come back home.
Right? Oh man. And it's just so sad. I heard about the church that burnt up in Astoria that was 100 and something years old. And it just makes me really, really sad because, we're not creating anything like this, anymore.
Mm-mm.
And
Not even close.
no, not even close. And this took several decades to make this stuff. And we've lost that trade. I like to see, we have a few, every once in a while I see videos of some sculptors that are out there, but they're usually in some place like Brazil, which is awesome. But it's just like, why do we not make beautiful architecture like this anymore?
I still think the demand there is for it. I think that most people like us would like to see it come back.
Mm-hmm. I agree. And I don't know, maybe it's, my husband says, because it's not cost effective, or whatever. Of course, everything is cookie cuttered crap now.
Yeah.
And just not worth it. Just not worth it. I know. Isn't this absolutely phenomenal? So kudos. Yes, did I take the picture? But kudos to the ones that actually built this, sculpted this, and created this. I have to look at the designer. Give me 1 second because I want to, let's say designer. I want to find that out. So by Hines and Lafarge. So George Hines and Christopher Grant Lafarge created this starting in 1892. And then Ralph Adams Cram took over in 1911. And it wasn't even finished until 1942. What? Wow, completely finished by 1942. This started in 1892 and completely, by the time it was done on the inside and everything, it was done by 1942. Taken over by a few artists because, people die. Isn't that just crazy? Absolutely. But the design was permanently giving credit to Raphael Gustavino. Amazing, because he's the one that created the tiled dome over the crossing. So there's your little history on that, guys. And yeah, money, lots of money. I'm sure. But I love old churches, and that's why I love our thing on you guys, Artist Corner. We're always sharing pictures of something to do with Sunday, whether it's churches or the Savior or anything to do with this. And I always love to show off these beautiful pieces. This one is not too far from me. This one is in Roanoke. This is the this one here is the Basilica of St. Andrew. And so this was built in 1900 to 1902. I think that's really crazy. Just amazing. So I'm trying to see to build. The building cost $60,000 to construct, with another $40,000 budget for the interior. So it's unbelievable that I can't imagine what it would be today. But that is just crazy. 1900, this huge Victorian Gothic style church is phenomenal. Just amazing. It's also got one of these. I'm going to kind of go back real quick. You see this, the beautiful, they kind of have the same thing with this wonderful circle little emblem in the middle here. They both have that. And I thought that was really unique to that. Just absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
I might have actually seen this one.
You see it when you drive by Roanoke. It just stands out like a gem of the city.
Yeah, I think so.
Right?
It's beautiful.
And it's yellow. I did this in black and white, but this is very much like a pale, almost mustard yellow. And the inside is fantastic. I'll have to show you guys the inside afterwards. I've got that up on Google. Oh, thank you so much, JJ. Right? I love taking photos. This is also, one of the things I like about photographers when they come on is they inspire me to get outside and look at the beauty that's created, and get that wonderful life. Yep, the rosette window. Thank you, Molly. You guys are helping me so much. Isn't that beautiful? Just absolutely beautiful. To think that they built all this without a university degree, right? Crazy.
And they used to build bridges like this with this.
Mm-hmm.
You're not getting a bridge like this anymore.
No, you're not. I just think it's absolutely unbelievable. Just unbelievable. And to, I always laugh when somebody shows something that's like even 400 or 1,000 years old, and they're like, and they did this with chisels and hammers. I know they did it with more than that, but a lot of, you look at the sculptures of back in the day, and now, yeah, they were basically using chisels, and they would haul these huge tons, bricks in, to sit there and create a statue. And it was just unbelievable. These artists are just remarkable. Hey, Sterling, nice to see you. Oh yeah, I love photography. Isn't that awesome? And I will show you. I guess I could do that so you guys could see what it looks like. Let me remove this here for a minute, and I'll show you what it looks like. There's a color, but I love to make things black and white, so you guys can see. This is what I don't know if you guys can see that. Yeah, that's what it looks like. That's the full building. So you can see the majestic, of it. But sometimes, taking that color off and just doing a black and white, just it's just amazing. But the whole building, look at the inside of this too. Just remarkable.
Wow. Yeah.
Right?
Beautiful.
Absolutely phenomenal. So, yeah, I'm really lucky that I get to live near some of these, but this also makes me wonder too, what's in your community, what's might be the next community over, and this is why I always get inspired when we have artists on or photographers on, because it kind of gets me out of my zone and makes me go, I need to go, be a tourist in the next city over, or I need to go and capture some of these amazing things that we take advantage of. Like you said, I've drove by this, I probably drove by this dozens of times before I actually stopped and made it a destination and said, I'm going to take some photos today. Wow. Welcome, Cindy. Nice. Nice to see you. Right. It is photography night. I love it. Thank you for joining me. All these wonderful new viewers. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Don't you love that fan vaulting? I know, Molly. Just unbelievable. All right, next one up, Nashville. This one, Minnie Pearl used to visit this church here, and this was the Brentwood Methodist Church in Nashville. And even though it was it's a beautiful historic building here too, absolutely fantastic. But its claim to fame is that Minnie Pearl used to go there all the time. Attended there. Other people who've attended, of course, Garth Brooks, Reba McEntire, Amy Grant. But Minnie Pearl, if you guys know who that is, isn't that funny? She used to go that way too. So just really love this church. And I was there with my son for Mother's Day a few years back, and thought that we would go and check out the area. And I thought this was absolutely beautiful. Constructed. Let's see. So this one was constructed, was established in 1972. So not as old, right? But
what
it was, I'm sorry.
What year?
So this was previously rebuilt. So the church, I guess the beginning, so it was rebuilt in 1972. Let me stand corrected. It was built in 1886 before a fire struck it in 1936, destroying the building. And so then they rebuilt it. I guess it was up and completely finished by 1972 from what I'm reading. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, it is.
Originally 1886, but this is a rebuilt. But just another wonderful, beautiful building. Beautiful church. Oh, you guys do remember Minnie Pearl, right? The price tag on the hat. That's right. That's right, Gittin. I have been there, seen you. Love that. That's another great place to meet up. A beautiful city. Isn't that awesome?
That is awesome.
Right.
I met her once.
Did you? No. Tell us that story.
I was a little kid, and my grandmother and aunts liked to go to the Opry, so she was obviously there, and I don't know. I don't remember too much, but I remember.
Awesome. I am just sitting here, right? Hee haw, guys. I remember watching that as a kid with my family.
Yeah,
Right? Do you remember that show? Oh my
I do.
heavens. That's hilarious. It was a great show. Was a great show. Nashville has got some really little wonderful gems here as well. And so we're going to show you another one here in just a second. All right. We got to look at the info on that. Okay. So let's look at the next one. This, you might not realize what this is. And yes, I have pictures of the inside, but I love lines. I love shadows. I love the way the light plays on certain things. And these columns are from the Parthenon, which is a copy of the one that is from Greece. And so they literally have the statue of Athena, which would have been what they had there as well too. And it is gigantic. She just looks enormous, which I did not include on this today. I can put pictures out on this, but this picture I took because it just caught my eye. I mean, everything about it, from the casting of the lines, from the columns, to look at that above that, from those squares catching just beautiful, beautifully made. And I don't know if you guys have ever been to the Parthenon.
I have not. I've seen pictures. Well, this is
Right?
a great perspective. This shot, this is actually a great photo.
I thought so. I absolutely just loved this. It's unique and caught my attention so much on that. Just really, really, really beautiful. And I have to look because I know that they did, they started with construction in 1920. I think it's what I'm looking at. No, hold on. So they created the sculptures in 1897 of the Parthenon and returned it to this. Okay, so was that the work on the exterior of the building was completed by 1925. So they started in 1897, and the work of this building, this is from their website, was completed in 1925. The Parthenon was built for the centennial, was not a replica on the inside, but it was on the outside. However, right, it's just amazing, just absolutely amazing. And my son, him being into drama and all this kind of stuff, he loves the Greek gods and all these kind of things, right? So I thought he would have so much fun going to see this, and I was right. I was right. Just absolutely beautiful. Just absolutely beautiful. They did a really good job.
Absolutely.
But I like this shot, guys. I really love that shot.
Now, did you
Go ahead.
walk by and just happen to see this and think that makes it, or did you? No.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, the museum wasn't open at this point. So my son and I were just kind of walking around, and this, as because it's a big, huge, square per se. Mm-hmm. And you're just walking around, and I just stop, because it's the morning, and it was just literally casting these beautiful lines. And I was like, okay, get out of the way. Nobody really else was there. So it was a perfect time to capture it without people, and just being able to look at this. And that's kind of the eye, the artist's eye, or the photographer's eye, to stop and realize, look what I'm looking at. Look at the ceiling with this beautiful, square structures, right? And look at how this is casting from the pillars onto the side. And I was like, I got to take a few pictures of this. And this is what happens,
Exactly.
I love it. Love it. And the texture. That's right. Look at the texture of the columns and the walls. It was just so beautiful. Hey, Gitten, have you ever been to the Parthenon? I know you live in Nashville. I would not be surprised if you have not been there. And let me see. We want to look at, so you guys can see Parthenon, Nashville. I'm going to see Athena. So you guys can see.
She's been a lot.
Yeah. Has she?
Yeah.
Okay. So on the inside, which I have pictures of, and I have up close pictures of this, but on the inside, you guys can see this is the statue of Athena. It is just gigantic, at least 2-3 stories tall, and you can walk around all around her. It's just unbelievable, absolutely unbelievable. Is that like a video? See, this is the Parthenon here as well, so you guys can see the outside of it, so you can see what I'm taking pictures of, and those columns and those reflecting on the wall. Isn't it just beautiful? They've got all kinds of relics that they have replicated, but just they have local. See, somebody else noticing those amazing dramatic lines. But yeah, this is, they did a replica of Athena, which literally once stood in the actual Parthenon. And they did, the size that she would have been and everything. Just phenomenal. And you can see, look at the lady down at the bottom compared to the statue. It's just gigantic.
How cool.
Right. Get out, get busy, go visit.
Exactly.
But, take pictures. By the way, this is all done with my cell phone, not a single camera. I mean, our cell phones are just unbelievable now, right? I know, Hockey, you need to go. You need to go. It would be another great trip there too. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate the love for that. I'm glad you guys are enjoying. Everybody enjoying. Make sure you guys are enjoying. Hit the likes. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. All right, next one up. These are the caverns, Frosty.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
Right? I have color photos of these too, but I don't know. There's something about black and white photography that just makes it look more dramatic, right?
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
What is he getting as? Oh, you're giving me a Reddit site for Sterling. Old Penn Station. Okay, yeah. That was fantastic. I will look that up too. Okay, we will look at that one here shortly. But this is in Northern Virginia. Winchester area. They have all these, and these young kids. Was the story of this is the like a young teenager had stumbled upon this, and next thing you know, it was like unbelievable how they found this. It was just crazy. So it's the Canyons. Let me look at this story. Virginia history. So I can tell the story right. The Luray Caverns. It was just really crazy. It was discovered in August 1878 by, this is local men. They tell another story that like their kids had found this too. Maybe it's one down the road. But they found a sinkhole emitting cool air and excavated a small opening. It is now the renowned U.S. National Landmark with massive colorful chambers and historic formations. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. Where they say the caverns are noted for their cathedral-sized room with 10-story ceilings. Just crazy.
Wow. 10-story ceiling.
Mm-hmm. So I'm going to show you guys. I love doing this here to show you guys like a colored version of this. But I love black and white sometimes because look at that. This is what you're looking at. Look at that. Isn't that awesome?
It is.
Look at this. Look at this. It is something, and they have caverns in so many different states. I know they have them in Arizona. Look at this. Isn't it just beautiful?
It is. I went to one outside Chattanooga, the Lost Sea.
Mm-hmm.
Way down to a lake at the bottom. Absolutely crazy. There was a young boy found that one. But they actually had Civil War mining going on. They had their equipment still left there. It was pretty cool.
Right? Isn't it? That is just amazing. Absolutely amazing. So you guys, I'm going to show you, then we will see what Sterling is sharing with. I'm just teasing you, Sterling. But you can see, now you see him in color, and now you can see him in black and white. There's just something that gives you this, like, I don't know. To me, it's almost like, dun, dun, dun. Like, wouldn't you kind of be a little nervous walking into this without all the color?
Yeah.
Just gave it that kind of eerie feeling. I don't know. I love, every once in a while, I love to do the dramatic. I'm like an artist, so we've got to do the dramatic. Do something different than what you normally see. And the picture originally, it was absolutely in color, but I just said, you know what? I'm going to turn it into black and white, and let's go for that. Texas has a natural bridge and caverns. See? Right? Exactly. Have you ever been to Mammoth Cave? I have not. I didn't even go to the caverns when I lived in Arizona. And I'm like, oh, they had caverns there. And it was just kind of outside of the Tucson area. And I'm like, seriously? Nope, I didn't. Okay, Sterling has sent us this. Let's check it out. Old Penn Station. I know. Absolutely amazing. 1910 to 1963. I just love this. When you're taking trains, you get to go to all these kind of things. It's just fantastic. Look at that. Look at that.
That's cool.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
There are caves in China that are so huge you can fit skyscrapers in them, he says. Clouds form inside of them. I believe that, Sterling. I know that you know your stuff. I absolutely believe that. Beautiful architecture, gone forever. Yep. This is not even here anymore. What is the Penn Station I'm thinking of they have now? It's pretty neat, but it's not this. Look at that. Sterling, you have to give the information on this. Did it burn down or something? Probably in 1963, most likely. Just gorgeous.
Crazy.
Right? Thank you so much for sharing that with us. That's really cool. You can drop the information about that in the chat so we know. But I would believe that there's caves in China that are so huge you can fit skyscrapers, right? Man, that would just be unbelievable. You have them in Florida too. See, there are caverns everywhere. It's amazing what's underneath our feet, They chose to tear it down and build the new Penn Station. That's what I have seen. That's what I was talking about. I mean, it's okay, and it's kind of neat on the outside, but it's nowhere near that gorgeous. So they just chose to tear it down. Must have hid some kind of secrets. I have no idea. They're insane. Absolutely insane.
Yeah.
Okay. Gotta admire the sunlight. Right? Just taking pictures from around my yard.
That's beautiful. This is your yard?
Yes.
Wow.
Right. Right? It's unbelievable what you might have. Just, what's sitting outside your front yard. Now you guys have seen what do I think of, the hammock, now you've seen just another side of my yard. Nancy has seen another picture and she decided to paint that one. I'm telling you guys, I'm surrounded by really beautiful scenery. And I just love the black and white, as you guys can see.
It's hard to argue.
No, this is a beautiful picture. I'll share the original, which I think I have on one of those Be the Light Good Morning ones. And I was like, so what would happen if I just changed this to black and white? And it was so much more dramatic. I couldn't believe it. Like, wow. But this is full of green, bright light that's coming straight through. It's definitely a really beautiful colored picture. But it's just amazing how we can just change the tone of something and it gives you a whole different feel. Amazing.
I love the black and white photos.
Do you? Yeah. I do too.
Sometimes it's interesting. If I'm painting a landscape, I will sometimes do this to help me see where the values and the shadows are, to help me paint in color.
Right. It's amazing. Absolutely amazing, guys. I am Paul Revere. Welcome over here on Pilled. Sorry, guys. Thank you, JJ, for carrying it over there on Pilled. I appreciate you. He is handling it, guys. That might work if you... I'd love to work something out. Right? This is gorgeous. Thank you so much. White Wings. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate you guys over there. Right? Thank you so much. Love it. Right? The shadow and light are dramatic. That's what I think, JJ, as well, too. You guys are rocking over there on Pilled. Thank you so much, you guys, for joining us over there. Awesome. Awesome. I'm glad you guys are enjoying. I just do. I like the black and whites. I mean, it's a beautiful picture. It's a great colored picture as well. But like, what you guys are saying, it's much more dramatic. It's, it gives a whole different vibe, almost this eerie, like Sterling said, an eerie look. Just fantastic. I got to give JJ. Thank you. Thank you. He is you guys give some love to JJ over there on Pilled. He is my man. He's taking care of that over there. And I thank you guys so much for that. All right. Next one. This is right outside my driveway.
Huh.
My husband and I were on a date the other night, and that moon was just beaming through the trees. I get out of the car with my phone, and he's like, "What are you doing?" I said, "I've got to capture this moment." And he goes, "All right." I just took this not even a week or two ago. And I was like, look at that. Right? Guys got to look around, pick your heads up and look around, what is surrounding you, because it's so much beauty. Isn't that just beautiful?
You must have a really good sized leaf blower.
I was just telling Nancy this, where my actual yard in front of me and the yard behind me, when they built this house, they cleared out all of this. So right across the street is the forest, right across, from the cleared area. So I own several acres, but I would say I have about 4 acres cleared, and the other acres that surround it are all the forest. So they don't really blow onto my yard. They blow it down into that area. But it's very hilly where the forest area is. So we don't even go down in there unless Patrick wants to take a tractor to it. But isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
So my actual yard is pretty cleared out. And then they come and they do the maintenance and they take care of the leaves and the branches and stuff like that. That's why I'm like, if the wind blows too much, these little things can just fall down, land on the lines, and cut out my internet in just a matter of a second. So mysterious. I love it. What are you saying, Paul? Most of the black and white I like is an Ansel Adams. I agree. He is the master of photographers. I agree. Definitely someone to admire and totally look up to.
I like that. JJ says, "Be the light."
Be the light, right? Without the moonlight, there would be a silhouette. Be the light all the time. Exactly. Exactly. Thank you, Paul Revere. I appreciate that so much. That's awesome. I do admire Ansel Adams so much. What a great photographer. You guys enjoying this?
It's beautiful. Great photo.
Right? Did you guys know that I had a thing for photography? You guys see me sharing out artwork all the time, but I'll tell you, I have another passion. It's photography. I think, honestly, Frosty, it's because we have so many photographers in our group and they come on the show and I'm sitting there going, I'm just walking around going la-di-da, and not registering. I mean, a lot of these you guys have saw from a while ago. But hey, Steve over there, he's coming back on the show. Thanks, Steven. I appreciate that. You were shocked. You're shocked at my photography. Yeah, I've been holding out on you guys.
I love photography. I mean, I think everybody is kind of a artist in that way, especially now that phones are so great at taking photos.
Right.
It really makes it easy to notice some beautiful shot and stop and capture it.
Now that's even funnier. You know how old my phone is? I did not want to upgrade it. That thing was so expensive. So you guys all have new phones and they take really great photos. But this is from an i8, an iPhone 8. What version are they on now?
I have a 17. But I rocked an 8 for a while back in the day.
Back in the day. Now you guys are going to be like, what? This is coming from an iPhone 8? Yes, it is.
Back when you threw a curtain over your head to take a picture and threw some fireworks into something back in the day.
Oh, come on. They used to remember back in the day, they used to have like the box with the pin, in it. Oh my gosh. When photographs first came out. It's hilarious. I'm not quite that old, but yeah, the iPhone 8 is really, really old, but that's my phone, guys.
Imagine you might be If you had like an up-to-date phone like Hamilton, you might become rich off your photography.
What are you saying, man? That my photography sucks?
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying always look to improve. Upgrade the phone. You just one step above the flip phone like Hamilton.
Oh, that's funny. He says, Paul Revere says his best work is on an iPhone 11. Okay, I don't feel so bad. No, Frosty, I paid like $1,000 for that phone. Call me cheap, but I'm like, until that thing like kicks the bucket, there ain't no way, man.
They are way too expensive.
Right? Lady H, using pinhole camera. Cindy says all of hers were from the iPhone, i5. Look at that. We know Cindy is an awesome photographer, right? So she was using them from the iPhone 5 until she upgraded. Now she uses the iPhone X. So she's laughing about that too.
It's not to argue the point, because I mean, you guys do take great photography. So
I'm just thinking it's funny. You guys cracking me up. Oh, all right. Let's go. This one was a snap moment one. That car is our car. You can see just a little shine from the very bottom, right? And the sun was going and the cross just lit up. And the only thing focused in this whole picture as we're driving by is the cross. I'm like, seriously, not blurred at all. So you have everything blurred, but the cross is perfectly lit up and still. I thought that was a miracle, a shot. I was like, what in the world? I'm like, that blew my mind. This was just recent as well, too.
I remember seeing this, yeah.
Right? Date night, guys. Date night. And I'm like, we're just driving back from date night. And I was like, but again, to have the cross not be blurred, I mean, it's like, it just spoke volumes. Just amazing. Right? The signal is right. The cross is lit. Yep. But you could tell we're driving and every part of that except that. I was floored. It is very cool.
Beautiful sky, too.
Right?
Back then.
I needed to see some kind of color in the sky. I don't often see it like I did back in Arizona where, you know, all the time I live in a foresty area. Not that it's not there, but this was open area. And I just was like, just again, capturing that moment. And I just loved how this turned out. Right? Don't you love that blush sky?
That is true.
I know. I'm so glad. I'm going to grab White Wings here. I don't know. It was a perfect moment. I agree, White Wings. It was just a perfect moment. Oops. Okay. I'm trying to. This is a copy and paste situation, guys. Just bear with me. Thank you. But that's what I thought exactly when I saw this picture, you know, as I was looking after it, because I'm snapping, you know, and I got a couple of these, but that's exactly what I got. Is so good. Just shine your light. It was a signal to slow down and take a picture. I wasn't driving, guys. So, yeah. That was Nurse Patrick driving. And I was sitting in the passenger side, and I just was like, I was more actually going for the sun, you know, the beautiful sunset that I was seeing. And we happened, and all of a sudden, you know, it was like this cross just sitting right in the amazing area. And the church was just a little bit more further down the road. And I just like, oh my gosh, and happened to capture this moment. Thank you very much, Cindy. You guys are wonderful. Thank you so much for your wonderful comments and compliments. I appreciate you all. Just fantastic. Get thee behind me. That's right. I wish I could show that meme, Paul Revere. He says, get thee behind me, Satan, in the name of Jesus. That's right. By the way, you can see that there is a building right here, which is probably 2-story building here. And you can see how big this cross is, at least 3-4 stories tall. This thing is just monstrous.
Yeah, that's huge.
Right? Dare we say phenomenal? Yes, we do. We dare to say phenomenal. That's right. I agree, JJ. Thank you so much. Love it. One of my favorites. And we're going to post it. Phenomenal. JJ makes me a great video called Phenomenal. Astronomical. Oh, I love that one too. I might have to steal that one.
Yeah.
Oh, astronomical. Fantastic. That's right. Just beautiful. Thank you guys for that so much. And I love there's a little bit of reflection in the car too. You can just see a little bit of that. I just thought it was very cool.
Yeah, it is.
All right, guys, these are my blackberries. I cannot believe it. These are 2 of them in the palm of my hand. So you can see from here to here, 2 take up this space. And again, I had to put this in black and white. I have this in color, but having the dramatic of black and white, you can see the reflections in the, in the blackberries, but this is 2 blackberries, and that's how big they are. Just what we can take photos of. Right? Craziness. Who would think to take photos of blackberries in your hand?
I wouldn't have thought of that until I've seen so many of the still life photos and paintings. To now, I can kind of picture myself doing that. But there again, that's a benefit of seeing all the wonderful art and the photography.
Right? I'm just look at the light bouncing off of this, and the colored picture does not show that. So just by literally just changing the tone of it, you can see these light reflections, these little highlights, these dark spots, the indentions, however little areas, almost like a pine cone coming out. It was just absolutely amazing. Simple yet complex. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, astronomical is the Lord Sterling thing? Okay, so fine. I won't steal your astronomical. You don't steal my phenomenal. Really? Wow, you guys crack me up. That I would think of that. You're right. I did. I was so blessed to have blackberries. Blackberries grow really wild here. And so, I've been trimming them and cutting them and making sure, kind of pruning them. And next thing you know, the blackberries got bigger and bigger. And this was last year's harvest. And I'm like, look at how big these are. I've got to take a picture. Maybe somebody will do
great.
Huh?
Came out great. I think this was pretty popular.
Right.
When
I love that. That's awesome. That's awesome. You guys, and they are super sweet. I freeze them and I make not syrups per se. When I can, I do this every year, you guys, and I show you my canning videos and stuff. I use a little bit, I guess I do make them sweet, a little bit of honey, and I turn them in, I can them, and I don't make jams or something. I just like to keep the syrups and stuff so that when I do want to make jams, or I just literally reduce them into a thick paste, because I usually add this to stuff like balsamic reductions when I'm doing stuff like that. So I don't always want to jam. I'm not really much of a jammy person per se, probably because we don't eat sweets. And Nurse Patrick, I think, is allergic to sweets. He's ate for sweets. He's crazy. But I love to do this in like a balsamic reduction or a vinaigrette, or just, have them on hand. And I love it. And then I vacuum seal them, and I flash freeze them, and I vacuum seal them so I can have berries all year long. I had enough blackberries that I probably could go a whole entire year again with them. That's fantastic. That's right. Yum, yum, yum is right.
Yes.
I love it. I love it. They're so sweet. Okay. This is down the road from me.
Beautiful.
Isn't it? I love the fall. And so when you come down the road and you get ready to turn left, I had to stop one day, and I'm like, I got to take a picture of this. This is literally going down my windy roads up into my where my house is. And because fall is my favorite season. I mean, I love spring, but fall is my favorite colors, from reds to yellows. And this is literally the end of, I guess, down the road about half a mile or so. But when you turn onto a major road, I mean, not that I live off grid still, on a dirt road, but
you live in the hollow, lady.
I do live in the hollow, right? Right. So this is your a bigger road than, I guess, a more major road than mine, But what's really neat is right across the street. So you can see on the other side of there's like a little creek that runs through, I guess semi-river, not really a full river, but more of a creek. And there's a train that winds around the mountain there, and around the bend. And so it's really neat to hear the trains come through, sometimes with their horns or whatever, and it echoes through this canyon-ish area. But man,
I love it. This is by far my favorite so far. Like
Is it?
the
You want
mist
to
in the
paint it?
background. I do want to paint this.
I will let you do that.
You know, it'll take me a while, but I still got to finish some others. But I do. I really love this one.
I will send it to you. Absolutely. It would be such an honor.
This
Not
is
really. I'm just responding to JJ about the honey and the blackberries. No, it didn't turn out too sweet. I didn't add a lot of honey. Blackberries are not as sweet as a raspberry. They were still sweet, but not as sweet as a raspberry. So just a little bit of honey, a couple tablespoons, JJ's all it took, and it just really kind of really brought it out. Okay, go ahead. Picking berries. Oh, smell. I got roses too, Paul Revere. I got roses. I've got berries. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm telling you. You were right about that. He's like smelling the roses, picking the berries. It's like, welcome to my house then. Right?
You guys all got roses and blackberries, and I'm still waiting on my grass to turn green.
I know. Is it still covered in snow where you are?
No, we got rid of this. It still has snowed though, but nothing major.
Right.
We're getting there.
I love it. I'm glad you guys really love this one. Roses and apples are related. Cool, huh? Yeah. I got roses, apples, you name it. Just got to keep those. Wow, we need some berries. Yes. Yes, you guys. They're easy to grow too. Blackberries are like a weed. Once they're in, it's very hard to kind of get rid of them.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you, Frosty. I will let you definitely paint this. It's really beautiful. My favorite time of year because it's crisp. I love fall. The apples are in season. The air is crisp. All the colors are coming out. My favorite colors, yeah, you guys, you might love your spring, but I love my fall. A nice little place to have a little outside fire going on, drinking some hot cocoa, and it's crisp, a nice little comfy blanket around, and it's just beautiful. And this is my fall, everyone. Love it. Oops. Okay. Roses, I told you. They're starting to peek through, and that's just beautiful. Doesn't this little rose just say, "Here I am. Look at me shine. I'll take the spotlight." And so who would do that? I don't know how many of you guys go up to your rose bush and just take a photo of one that's just like, "Here I am." Do you? I know you do, and Princess does too.
Yeah, she more than me, but I do love them.
Yep. That's funny because Paul Reville was just talking about that. Oh, I don't know where you live, White Wings, but she says her roses are full bloom. They are, you can see they're popping. So they're about ready to all come out and say, "Here we are."
Yeah.
One wanted to make notice before everyone else. You do? So Hockey does too. Love taking pictures of our flowers, don't we? So cool. Oops. That is so cool. I love it. You guys are so awesome. Thank you so much for joining in the conversation, everyone. This is so much fun. Everyone, thank Frosty too for being here, tagging along, keeping me company.
Oh, it's my pleasure.
Yes, love the gardens. One thing I do, I don't know about you moms out there, but I hate getting a bouquet of flowers. And there's a reason for that, because they die. They're beautiful while they last, but they die. So I've always requested, let's use that word. I've always requested that my kids and my husband buy me a rose bush, mainly the kids, like for Mother's Day. So here in Virginia, we had to put in new rose bushes because we move, it's like, okay, now that I've got all the rose bushes in, we move, go somewhere else. And so my husband had to put in roses to kind of replace the ones that we moved away from. So I think I have, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have, I think, at least 10 rose bushes now in front of our property. And, when my husband asked me to marry him, he couldn't pick out a color. So he bought every color there was. It was like 12 dozen of roses. So I had a dozen roses from every color. Wow. So he felt I needed a bush of every color. And so I love Patrick. You guys got to give him some huge kudos for the romantic man he is. So he knows. He's like, okay, we need this one. And I think he likes it too. It's like, ooh, these ones are white. Or, ooh, this one's a mixed one, where it has that like the yellow and it goes into the beautiful coral at the end, right? He's got ones that are like spotted red and white, I mean, just all these different varieties. We've got the beautiful like Lincoln roses, the big red one. I mean, I'm just like, oh. And so, yeah, I'm really spoiled. Really spoiled. You guys can give him some stuff crap on Thursdays. We like, we found out how sweet you are. That's funny. Have you done that, Frosty? Or what do you do for a princess? I know you guys have all kinds of flowers.
Well, the best story was for Mother's Day. We got her dogwood tree from like North Carolina, real pretty red blooms. Right as I ordered it, it was in the box in the mail. COVID hit or something, and like it spent 3 or 4 months in a box, crushed, delivered, put it in the ground, and it's still thriving today.
Is it?
Yeah.
See, that's the way, I love that kind of stuff because the flowers are going to die, but I will always remember that my kids, and I still have a few of the bushes that my kids got me right before they're off to college. So I do have like 3 of them that they got me before they, because they were still teens when we moved into this house, right? And so it's really nice because I will always look at that and go, my kids gave me that for Mother's Day, right?
Right. They're great gifts.
Mm-hmm.
And it's easy because I just take her, hey, pick out whatever you want.
That's right. Right. And then you get to relish in it every year after year. That's nice.
They're so pretty.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. And then you can pick your own bouquet, That's how I feel.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on. And that's my porch. That's my yellow rose bush. My parents bought all of us, Cracker Barrel rocking chairs, guys. So one year my parents bought every single one of their kids, and we all have spouses, so they got 2 for each couple, and that was our Christmas gift one year. We've had those now for, I guess, Patrick and I got those, we were a couple of years, so maybe 18 years old these are, maybe. Like, it's crazy. But it just makes me stop and go, man, sit on that porch, enjoy life.
Exactly.
You got rocking chairs, Frosty?
I do not, but I had them all my life, and we haven't gotten around to it, but definitely it's at the top of the list.
Right. It reminds you to slow down, I think. Rocking chairs, there's something about that just says, slow down, enjoy life, take that moment in. So sometimes, especially right now, when I'm like doing my good mornings and whatever, I got my cup of coffee. I'm out there outside in my rocking chair on the phone saying hello to all of you guys in the mornings, because why not? It's perfect weather right now, and it just reminds you to slow down and enjoy life. It goes by so fast. My son's birthday is coming up Monday, and I'm like, he's going to be 25. We talked about this, and I was teasing him like, in 5 years you're going to be 30. He's like, oh, I'm going to be so old. You guys remember when we all thought that 30 was like so old? 40 is almost in the grave, right?
I remember when I thought 40 was so old.
Right. That's right. And I'm laughing so hard because the first thing is like, 5 years, I'm going to be 30. Oh my gosh, I'm so old. I'm cracking up. I'm like, kid, your life is just starting.
Yeah.
But it does go by fast, everyone, because I can remember when he was little, right? As we all can remember that. Love it. Yes. Yes, yes. So awesome. Okay, let's take you to far away. All right, I've been some places around the world. This is in Trinidad, Cuba. And I was there for several months, guys. It was unbelievable experience there. We got to stay with families. One of the very first, I don't even think they allow that anymore, but the government allowed us to have homestays with the families there. We were there for the summer, and they took us to several places around the island. This is in Trinidad, outside of Trinidad. And so everyone else wanted to go to the beach, and we wanted to go. Me and another girl wanted to go horseback riding. And I'm so glad we took that option because everyone else got stung by jellyfish. We did not. We took the horses and went up to this cavern, and there's this little private little lagoon that we got to swim in. And it's hot. I mean, hot and humid in Cuba, right? I mean, 100 something plus, I swear, 100% humidity. Everybody's dripping. And here we are. And they made us, oh, come on. I'm totally spacing on the drinks here. It's the mint drink. Come on. I cannot think of it. Mojito. They made us mojitos, and we got to sit there with the horses. We're swimming in the lagoon, by ourselves. And it was fantastic. Welcome to Cuba. It was awesome. We got back. Everybody was crying, because they were all stung, except us. They're like, we should have went horseback riding. I'm like, yeah, you should have. Oh my gosh. Not funny. I'm laughing. Everybody thought, right? Everybody thought 30 was old. I'm laughing at you guys. That's funny. No eels. We didn't have anything in there. It was just perfect. They said, watch out for the eels. Yeah, I didn't have any of that problem. It was just, but there is some serious heat there. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. But this was such a beautiful little moment of paradise.
That is humid, so humid. It's the home humidity.
We hear you, Princess. Hi, my friend. We love you.
She says, "Love you." She's trying to sneak around.
It's all right. We love our princess. We love our princess. So happy. So I thought I would show you guys a little bit of Cuba before we end it. We got a few more pictures here to go, but this is one of them from my trip. Here is the next one. This one is really important because this is in the plantations outside of Trinidad. And this one took my breath away. I am literally sitting on a tower that used to be the Watchman's Tower. That they, it was several stories up, maybe 4 or 5 stories up. I mean, this was huge. And it's where the masters and the, not necessarily the masters, but like the watchmen that worked for the masters of the plantation would watch. And these were the slave areas where they were. I mean, they're homes and estates now, but they used to be, little bungalows and shacks and stuff where slaves used to live. And that was kind of their area before they built these homes and so forth, which are not really great homes, as you can see. But I am standing there and my breath was just taken away. I was so emotional. Tears just would start running down my face about the power of this. Now wild horses run. And so it was just really amazing to stand here and have that experience. And so this is the fields of Trinidad and the plantations zone. And that's something.
What year was it you were here?
2016. 16. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember the president got elected the first time while I was there. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, 2016. Isn't that crazy? Yeah. Just unbelievable. It's a view, all right. It was very powerful. Because before we even went there, we went through they had like a little museum and it would show the things of life of slavery in Cuba and stuff like that. But it was just really interesting to sit there and stand on this tower going, wow, I can't imagine, being one of those watchmen and whatever, making sure they don't run away and things like that. Now people live there and so forth. So it's different, but it was just unbelievable. You can see as far as look at the mountains in the background. And it was nice to see that it's a wild horse reserve now too. Where the farther fields are just horses running wild. Isn't that pretty though? Lush green. Lush green. I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed my time there, learning history, going around and seeing this beautiful place. It's not I think it's about the size of Tennessee. Yep. It's not really big, so we could go and see every place on there, which they did. They took us to every spot while we were there. Again, we were there for like 3 months, so that was awesome.
Wow.
And, yeah. Yep. It was awesome. This is something I thought you guys would really, really love. This is known as the Palacio de Valle in Cienfuegos. It was built in 1913. And I just thought this was just something that was just breathtaking. You know, like I said, it took us to every place that we could see. It's just gorgeous, isn't it? It's a national monument there, of course. And it's a World Heritage Zone because, again, it's over 100 years old. But it's just so beautiful. I mean, the architecture that's there. I mean, one of their forts, when you're in Havana, they have a fort that the Spanish built when they were protecting the areas from people coming in and out. Different pirates of the time, was 400 years old, and it was just crazy to see some of these sites. But look at this architecture, just absolutely beautiful.
It is beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me.
Sorry to interrupt. Oh, okay. All right. No problem. Yeah, it is beautiful architecture. You guys see I have a love for architecture. Just so gorgeous. 100 years, like I said, 1913. Was that right? 1913, yes. Beautiful. It was a mansion. Not just awesome. Turned into a museum now, but it was a mansion that was built at that time. Just beautiful. Italian architect. Bring it back, guys. Bring it back, right? I'm just telling you. Fantastic. I know it's kind of getting late. This is the beaches of Playa Larga. Not Playa Larga. That's in Florida. This totally lost it. Playa Pilar, sorry. And so I'm like, man, just absolutely beautiful.
I love the color there.
Mm-hmm. Isn't that just beautiful?
That is.
If you guys ever get a chance, it's beautiful. The sands are so soft. And it's really, and they had these little private beaches, what I call resort beaches, and then the regular beaches. The regular beaches where the locals go to are pretty crowded and stuff like that. So they have the resorts and stuff. And since we were on a school event, we got to go to some of these private beaches as well, which were populated. And we were there, and not a real lovely time. A lot of people like to go to there, to stay when it's cooler, not in the middle of July and so forth. I mean, I guess in some areas it was pretty popular, but not here. So taking you guys a little bit, I just heard about what's going on. Oh, every time there's some kind of news going on. Somebody inform me about that. What you watching the chats there?
I am.
So what is going on? I just found out.
Somebody took shots of Trump at the correspondence.
Oh, wow. Is he okay?
I'm just seeing it. It says he was rushed from there, but I don't see anything about whether he was hit or not, or if anybody was.
I'm just looking about this right now. Looking it up, guys. Looking it up. So, was tussled out of the White House Correspondents' District after shots were fired as the guests of the event leaped under the tables under orders from the Secret Service. The First Lady, Vice President, Dr. Oz, and all that stuff were hauled out of the ballroom. Heavily armed guards jumped up off the stage, and it was locked down. That is all I'm seeing right now as of this moment. Prayers for that. That's crazy. Crazy.
I did sneeze. Thank you, Hockey.
Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much for informing me in the chats. I appreciate that. Oh, there they are. They are. Wow. Always something breaking, Good heavens. Prayers. Crazy. We only have a few more here, guys. I'll let you get to it. This is the bird sanctuary in Utah, just outside of Salt Lake. Thought you guys would like that. I only have a couple more. We'll kind of go through them because I know you guys want to probably go see what is going on. And I appreciate you guys being here with me right now. You guys can let me know in the chats what's going on, but I'm sure there is breaking news. So that's crazy. Oh, it's the shooter's reported dead. So they got him. Okay. And the president, I'm assuming, is fine and been rushed out for protection. Well, I'm sure they got him. Woo, bless you. Oh, this is our last one, guys.
Oh, my.
Our last one.
Maybe this is my favorite. This is a great photo.
Right? Another wonderful painting. Wouldn't that be? Just catching those wonderful rainbows over the most majestic area, I think, that is in our country, and that is the Grand Canyon. It's unbelievable. The moments I was able to catch, and I'm going to leave you guys with this fantastic, phenomenal photo. I hope you guys enjoyed tonight.
I had a blast.
Wow. Wow. Craziness. Oh, that's from something different. You guys are all plugged in right now. I don't blame you guys. Thank you so much. Yes, it is absolutely beautiful, and it's so peaceful. It was just a perfect grab of the moment. Probably one of my photos. And this is something that actually I probably could sell or you know, get recognized for, Frosty, because this was just a magical moment.
I think so. That's a great photo. And that was taken with your flip phone?
I didn't think I had the iPhone 8 at this time, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Right? This was back to almost 20 years ago. So I'm trying to think what I had. I don't know if it was a flip phone per se, but like when smartphones were first coming out, like a Samsung.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, just crazy. I told you I would always go to the Grand Canyon and take the kids. It wasn't too far away. So it was a nice place to just go and learn about things. And this was actually from my trip when I took geology. So this was back in like 2011 when I was in community college going on my geology trip. Just unbelievable. You know, it was just like going on an architectural adventure because we were learning about all the different layers. We were seeing the shells that were embedded into the stone. And I just had to capture this. It was unbelievable.
It's just everything, the sky, the view, the perspective, the rainbows.
Right?
Everything you could want in one.
God showing off. Absolutely God showing off, you know, at this moment. Just think he's the ultimate artist. I just thank heavens I was able to capture it. That's how I look at it.
Yeah, that's great.
Amazing. Oh, that's so sweet. Nancy says, thank you, Frosty, for keeping Lady H company and all my viewers for keeping me company today, guys. You guys were fantastic for all the wonderful things you said in the chats. I have the best viewers. This community rocks, you know. It's so awesome. You guys are so wonderful to me. I can't tell you how much you guys bless me. Oh, this makes her want to cry. White Wings. Oh, I'm so glad that you love this. Thank you guys for that. And thanks for sticking around with me, you know, for this. I appreciate that so much. Your favorite picture. It's mine too. You see why I always, have you guys not noticed that whenever I'm doing an artist, we always leave with something dramatic, something fantastic, and save some of the best for last. And this is the best way that we can leave tonight. Just knowing the amazing beauty that we have in our world. So you guys take your photos, take your cameras, go out and capture something. And if you're not taking pictures, at least go outside and enjoy what this world has to offer, right?
Exactly.
Amazing. All right. We're gonna leave you guys to it. Thank you so much, Frosty, for joining me tonight. You are such a trooper. I love you. And you know, I know I talk so much. You didn't have much to talk with, but you know, just having him here, having him see you guys, having him support us. Now you guys all get to see his face. He'll be back on the show for his artwork where he gets to do the talking and tell us about his amazing work.
I'm always up for it. I love being here. It's always a great show.
Right?
Everybody's always so nice, blessing me when I'm joking. And yeah, it's just easy. So
right.
I enjoy it.
Right. Well, should we do our dedication, Frosty, still? With it? All right, we could do it tomorrow. I could do it tomorrow as well, too. Yeah. Okay, we'll do that dedication tomorrow. You guys, we have a special dedication tomorrow, but we're going to leave this with you guys. I'm going to let Frosty go for the moment. I'm just going to talk about what's going on tomorrow, but tomorrow's not going to be the typical cook one. So everybody say good night to Frosty. He'll probably join you in the chat. So show him some love, everyone. And we will see him again soon, especially in the chats. I love you, my friend.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Love Frosty. You guys give him some love. So we're going to do this real quick. So I'm going to let you guys go tomorrow. Our show tomorrow is not going to be a cooking show. Typically, we're going to do the worldview tomorrow. Wonderful stories of history, news, humanity, fun clips, and so forth. Obviously, this is going to be most likely in the news. We'll talk about that tomorrow. There's no show on Monday because it's my son's birthday. And so that's why I'm going to do Worldview, a special edition tomorrow night. And we're just going to have some, a great night. Maybe I'll have a little marathon. We'll just include all kinds of upcoming news, stories of humanity. You guys can submit fun clips to me as well. We're going to share some music. We're just going to have a really good night tomorrow night. And then again, no show on Monday. So let's give some love. I'll be sharing that show out after this. You guys want to do that and help me share that show out. I truly appreciate that. Please do so by giving me a follow. You guys can follow me on X, Lady Hamilton AR1, or X at Artist Corner TS. You guys can also follow me on Pilled Truth and Gab at Lady Hamilton Art. Let's give our team amazing, because they were hanging out with the chats. Frosty was here with us today, so let's give them some love and a follow as well. Our amazing JJR SVL. Let's follow him on X, Truth, Gab, Pilled, Gitter, and Rumble. Our fantastic Tri-Stater. Let's give him a follow on X and on Truth. Our beautiful Nancy. Let's give her some love on X and on Truth. Our Frosty Pimp, he was here tonight. Tell everybody, tell him thank you in the chats. Guys, give him a follow on X and on Truth. And our beautiful new moderator, Hockey, we love her. You guys give her a follow on X and on Truth as well. We're going to be leaving with this song from My Troubled Days, guys. Always This Way. We're so thankful they're about ready to drop album number 4. So we're going to be leaving with that song tonight. Again, thank you so much, everybody, for enjoying the photography we have. I know you're going to go to the headlines. I hope to see everybody tomorrow at 7 p.m. for a special edition Worldview. And thank you guys so much for all that you did to support me. Love on my photos. Give such grace to Frosty and being here with me tonight. All right, everybody, let's load it up. This song is Always This Way from the wonderful My Troubled Days. Everybody have a great night, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Whoops, wrong one. There you go. Good night.
When the wind hits so harsh, something fast and softly spoken, words that spill into these empty pools, never meant that much to you. Life sounds so softly going nowhere fast. All these things spinning around my heart. God knows you've been broken slowly. This conversation taking time, what's been true now softly. Cool notes that sink to soft shadows, gentle whispers turn to shivers. What's the thoughts when they've been censored? Wonder where that time's been blurred. I sound so softly going nowhere fast. All these things spinning around my head. God knows you've been broken slowly. This conversation taking time, but it's been dreaming out softly. God knows you've been broken slowly. This conversation taking time, but it's been dreaming out softly. So softly going nowhere fast. All these things spinning around my head. God knows you've been broken slowly. This conversation conversation. Take your time, bullets been tripping down softly. God no needs to bend the gun, broken slowly. This conversation, take your time, bullets been tripping down softly. It's brown driven down softly.
Satellite coming down in 3,